Right before your eyes is a vibrant island where cutting-edge technology meets ancient tradition, all under the close scrutiny of two global superpowers. Taiwan stands as this dynamic crossroads, a small yet powerful arena where the ambitions of China and the United States collide. Imagine what is at stake. A region rich in economic innovation, strategically located in the heart of Asia, and steeped in a complex historical legacy. This isn't just a local hotspot, but a battleground for superpower competition that could redefine the international landscape. What is it about Taiwan that captivates both Beijing and Washington? Let us explore the layers of military strategy, economic influence, historical ties, and political maneuvering to uncover the reasons behind this intense global obsession in today's video. The origins of Taiwan's continuous status trace back to the mid-20th century. During the Chinese Civil War between the Communists and Nationalists in 1949, the Communist Party, led by Mao Zedong, emerged victorious, establishing the People's Republic of China, PRC, on the mainland. Under Chiang Kai-shek, retreated to Taiwan, where it continued to operate as the Republic of China, ROC. This division laid the foundation for the enduring tension between the PRC and the ROC, with both governments for China as a whole. The historical narrative of the century of humiliation, a period marked by foreign invasions and internal strife, remains a potent element in Chinese state ideology. This collective memory fuels Beijing's determination to reclaim Taiwan, viewing it as a crucial step towards national rejuvenation and overcoming past humiliations. Taiwan's geographical position is central to its strategic importance. Located just 130 kilometers off China's southeastern coast, Taiwan sits amidst critical maritime choke points that are vital for global trade and military strategy. The Taiwan Strait, Miyako Strait, and Bashi Strait surrounds the island, serving as gateways to the Pacific Ocean. Control over these waterways allows for significant influence over naval movements and international shipping routes. For China, Taiwan's proximity to its mainland means that any loss of the island would disrupt the continuity of its coastline and impede direct access to the Pacific. Militarily, Taiwan acts as a buffer zone, and controlling it would enhance China's ability to project power further into the Pacific region. From the United States' perspective, Taiwan is integral to the first island chain strategy, which encompasses a series of U.S. alliances and military bases in East and Southeast Asia. This chain is designed to contain China's military expansion and maintain U.S. influence in the Indo-Pacific. Taiwan's position within this framework makes it a linchpin in America's efforts to safeguard its interests and those of its allies in the region.
China is holding large-scale military drills around Taiwan to warn against
The military aspects of the Taiwan issue are characterized by escalating tensions and strategic posturing. China's People's Liberation Army, PLA, conducts frequent and increasingly sophisticated military drills around Taiwan, signaling its intent to assert control over the island, whether through peaceful means or force if necessary. These drills not only demonstrate China's growing naval and air capabilities, but also aims to deter any moves towards Taiwanese independence. In response, the United States has been bolstering its military presence in the region. While the U.S. does not maintain permanent troops in Taiwan, it has been enhancing its defense cooperation with regional allies such as Japan, South Korea, and the Philippines. This includes joint military exercises, arms sales, and the establishment of additional bases to strengthen the defensive perimeter around Taiwan. China's naval modernization, exemplified by the deployment of advanced vessels like the Fujian aircraft carrier, is part of its broader strategy to break through the U.S.-led island chain and establish unimpeded access to the Pacific. The concept of anti-access area denial, A2AD, underscores China's objective to prevent U.S. forces from effectively intervening in any conflict over Taiwan. Economically, Taiwan holds significant leverage due to its dominance in the semiconductor industry. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, TSMC, is the world's leading producer of advanced microchips, supplying essential components for a vast array of products, from smartphones and automobiles to military hardware and artificial intelligence systems. Taiwan's ability to produce 90% of the most sophisticated semiconductors globally makes it indispensable to both China and the United States. The U.S. and China are heavily reliant on TSMC's semiconductor output, which not only supports their technological advancements, but also underpins their economic and military capabilities. Any disruptions to Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing could have far-reaching implications for global technology supply chains and economic stability. The economic independence further complicates the geopolitical tensions, while China seeks to integrate Taiwan's advanced technology sector into its own economy. The U.S. aims to secure supply chains and reduce dependency on Chinese manufacturing. This economic rivalry is a critical component of the broader strategic competition between the two superpowers. Taiwan's political landscape also plays a crucial role in the Taiwan-China-U.S. triangle. Taiwan has transformed from a nationalist authoritarian regime into a vibrant democracy with free elections, a robust press, and strong civil liberties. This democratic identity contrasts sharply with China's one-party socialist system, making Taiwan a symbol of democratic resilience in the region. The United States, as a proponent of democracy and capitalism, views Taiwan as a bastion of democratic values amidst rising authoritarianism. Supporting Taiwan aligns with America's broader ideological stance and its commitment to promoting democratic governance globally. Conversely, China's narrative frames Taiwan's reunification as essential for national unity and ideological consistency. The political preferences of the Taiwanese people further complicates the situation. While the majority favor maintaining the status quo, there is a significant sentiment for preserving autonomy and resisting coercion from both Beijing and, to some extent, Washington. The polarized debate within Taiwan over the best approach to safeguard its sovereignty reflects the island's complex position between two competing superpowers. The international community's stance on Taiwan is largely influenced by the One China policy, which acknowledges the PRC as the sole legitimate government of China, thereby excluding formal diplomatic recognition of Taiwan as an independent state. This policy shapes the diplomatic interactions and strategic calculations of countries worldwide, including the United States. Despite the lack of the official recognition, the U.S. maintains robust informal ties with Taiwan, including arms sales and strategic partnerships. This ambiguous policy is designed to deter Chinese aggression while avoiding a formal declaration of support that could provoke Beijing. The delicate balance aims to prevent unilateral moves towards independence by Taiwan and discourage Chinese attempts at reunification by projecting a credible defense commitment. Regional allies plays a pivotal role in the strategic calculus surrounding Taiwan. Japan, South Korea, and the Philippines, all of which have significant U.S. military bases and alliances, are integral to the containment strategy against China. These countries share concerns about China's expanded military capabilities and its assertive posture in regional waters. The U.S. has been deepening military cooperation with these allies to reinforce the island chain strategy. For instance, the recent agreement granting the U.S. access to bases in the northern Philippines enhances the strategic positioning near the Bashi Strait, a critical maritime choke point. Joint military exercises and arms deals with these nations serves as deterrence against potential Chinese aggression and demonstrate a unified and a united front in maintaining regional stability. China views these alliances with suspicion and as direct challenges to its sovereignty and regional dominance. These strategic partnerships among U.S. allies are perceived as attempts to encircle and contain China, prompting Beijing to accelerate its military modernization to counterbalance these efforts. Taiwan's central role in the global semiconductor supply chain underscores the island's economic significance. TSMC's advanced chip manufacturing capabilities are crucial for the technological advancements of numerous industries worldwide. The reliance on Taiwanese semiconductors means that any geopolitical instability threatens not only regional security, but also global economic stability. The U.S. and China are both investing heavily in securing and expanding their own semiconductor industries to reduce dependency on Taiwanese production. The U.S. has introduced incentives and subsidies to bolster domestic chip manufacturing, aiming to reclaim leadership in this critical sector. Similarly, China is striving to achieve self-efficiency in semiconductor production through massive investments in strategic initiatives. The competition for technological dominance extends beyond semiconductors to encompass broader areas of innovation, including artificial intelligence, telecommunications, and renewable energy. Taiwan's technological advancements provided with significant leverage in these domains, making the island a coveted asset for both superpowers. The social and cultural fabric of Taiwan adds another layer of complexity to the geopolitical landscape. Taiwan's evolution into a robust democracy with a distinct identity separate from mainland China has fostered a strong sense of autonomy and national pride among its inhabitants. The island's progressive policies, such as the legalization of same-sex marriage, highlights its commitment to liberal values and human rights. The cultural divergence reinforces Taiwan's desire to maintain its sovereignty and resist assimilation into China's political system. The Taiwanese population's preference for the status quo, coupled with their democratic aspirations, poses a significant challenge to Beijing's reunification efforts, whether peaceful or forceful. Furthermore, Taiwan's vibrant civil society and active engagement in international affairs contributes to its global image as a model democracy in the region. This stand-in garners support from democratic nations and fuels the perception of Taiwan as a beacon of resistance against authoritarianism, further intensifying the superpowers' interest in the island. Looking ahead, the future of Taiwan remains uncertain, with multiple potential scenarios that could reshape the regional and global order. These scenarios hinge on the interplay between China's ambitions, U.S. strategic interests, Taiwan's aspirations, and the broader international community's response. 1. Peaceful reunification. China may achieve reunification with Taiwan through diplomatic and economic means, leveraging its growing influence to integrate the island without resorting to force. This outcome would likely involve significant political and economic concessions from Taiwan, potentially transforming its democratic institutions to align with Beijing's governance model. 2. Continued status quo. Taiwan could maintain its current state of de facto independence, balancing its autonomy with pragmatic engagement with both China and the U.S. This scenario would require sustained international support to deter unilateral moves by either side and preserve the delicate equilibrium that has characterized cross-strait relations for decades. 3. Conflict and militarization. The most volatile scenario involves military confrontation, either through a Chinese invasion or a U.S. intervention to defend Taiwan. Such a conflict would have profound implications for regional stability, global trade, and international alliances, potentially triggering a broader war involving multiple nations. 4. International mediation and multilateral agreements. Global powers and international organizations could play a more active role in mediating the dispute, seeking multilateral agreements that ensures Taiwan's security and autonomy while addressing China's sovereignty claims. This approach could necessitate significant diplomatic efforts and compromises from all parties involved. Taiwan's significance in the geopolitical arena is the product of its strategic location, economic indispensability, historical legacy, and vibrant democratic identity. The intense focus from China and the United States stems from a confluence of military, economic, and ideological factors that render Taiwan a critical asset in the broader context for regional and global influence. As both superpowers navigate their ambitions and strategic interests, Taiwan remains at the heart of a complex and high-stakes rivalry that will shape the future of the Indo-Pacific region and the international order. Understanding the intricate dynamics at play is essential for anticipating the potential trajectories and seeking pathways towards a stable and prosperous resolution.